everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. If you're new to my channel and you've just clicked on this video looking for some baby name inspiration, then hi, my name's Gillian and I am a mum of 4 girls. I have my older daughter Alexa, I have my twins Harlow and Harper, they are 4 years old, and then I have my baby girl Amora who's just turned 8 months old. Over on my channel we do all things family, day in the lives, a little bit of fashion, a little bit of beauty and homes and cleaning and all of that in between. If you like any of those videos, please stick around and follow our journey. We'd be overjoyed to have you over here on our channel. Before I jump into my baby names, if there are any pregnant people watching this looking for baby name inspiration, then I just want to say I applaud you. Please keep positive. I know the world is crazy at the moment, and keep strong. You will have your baby bundle in your arms in no time, and yeah, you are doing amazing, and just keep being you. This video is going to be short and sweet. I'm just going to tell you the baby names which I love and might use in the future if I'm lucky enough to have another baby. So these are all names which would be possibilities for me at this moment in time. Obviously we are subject to changing what names we like. These are all ones that I personally like. They're not going to be to everyone's taste. They are quite out there and very unique. So not everyone is going to like these names, but I personally love them and I thought I would just share them with you all today. Without further ado, let's jump into the baby names that I love and may use in the future. So the first name I'm going to share with you today is the name NOLA, and this was the main runner-up name for our baby girl Amora when we were naming her. I loved the name NOLA and so did Aid, and any of you out there now trying to pick a name with your partner know it is so hard to agree on a name with your partner, and we both loved it, so it felt like the perfect name choice. We found this name when we were watching a TV show called The Truth About the Harry Quebec Affair, which is an amazing show. If you've not seen that, then definitely try and find it. I don't know if it is still on the TV now, but it was really, really good with Patrick Dempsey. And the main girl character in the show was called NOLA. So that's where we first heard the name and we just fell in love with it from there. And it was just a main name for us. We decided to go against that name purely because a few people gave birth and named their daughters NOLA, and it just gave that little edge of specialness off for me. So that is why we decided against NOLA in the end. But it is a beautiful name, and yeah, we love the name NOLA. The next name I have is for a boy, and it's quite a different name, so again not going to be to everyone's taste, but that is the name Atlas. This name is from Greek origin, and it was a mythical titan who bore the weight of his world on his shoulders, so it connotates into strength. And I just thought, how nice would it be to have a son whose name means strength. You want your boys to be strong, you want your boys to be proud, and I just think that that is such a nice fitting name for a little boy. We are going through unique baby names, so I think that's definitely a unique name. The next name I have for a girl is the name Sage. I just think that is a stunning name, and it was another one which I absolutely loved for Amora. The name Sage is just gorgeous, plus it's a gorgeous colour. I just love everything about it. I just think it is a really beautiful little girl's name. My next name for a boy is the name Albie. I think that is such a cute little boy's name. Albie is actually Old English for brilliant, and it sounds a little bit like Albert, and I think it just sounds like a more modern version than Albert. So yeah, Albie, I think that is absolutely adorable. It's not a crazy different name, it's a lot more popular now, but I just still think that is such a nice name to name a baby boy. The next name I have for a baby girl is the name Lilith. I think that this is another very beautiful, feminine and girly name. So you have the names Lily and Lilia, which are beautiful names, but Lilith is just a little bit different. I've not really heard many Liliths around, and it's just very charming and delicate. So yeah, I love the name Lilith. So another name I've got for a boy is the name Atlantis. So this is a very different and out there name again, and also quite like Atlas. I do think that this name is quite unisex. You could have this for a girl as well. A girl called Atlantis would be really nice, but it's just quite whimsical, fantasy, mythical kind of name. Sounds a bit explorer-y, I suppose, because you have the lost city of Atlantis. So I think, you know, a young boy, a young explorer, that name again, very, very fitting and very, very unique and different. Next up for a girl, I have the name Dot and Dottie. I love the name Dottie. Aid was against this name from the beginning because he obviously thought of Dot Cotton from EastEnders, a character from EastEnders, but I think Dottie is the cutest little name ever, and it's just sweet, especially for a baby. A little dinky Dot, I think, is so sweet. Plus my grandmother was actually a Dorothy, which is shortened to Dot, so I thought it would have been quite nice to keep that name in my family because my grandma was called Dorothy, but Aid was against that name. The next girl name that I have is the name Rumi. So we loved the name Rumi. Again, another very strong contender for Amora when I was pregnant with her. Haven't heard of many of them about. There's a few more up and coming now. I've also seen the name Remy a lot being used, but this was just another name that me and Aid both agreed on, and like I said, it was very hard to get a name that we both agreed on, and I think that that is another beautiful name for a little girl. Another out there name for a boy is the name Xander. You could tell I quite like different boys' names, but I find boys' names really hard because I have never had to look for a boy's name. I've always looked for girls' name because I am a mum of girls. So finding boys' names is actually really difficult, and there are so many beautiful pretty girls' names. I struggle with the boys' names. Xander is also from Greek origin. It means protector of men, and it's just a strong, bold name and different, but not too different because I do think it sounds a little bit like Alexander, so just a little bit of a play on that, and I love that name for a little boy. Then up next we have Wren for a girl. I absolutely love this name. It's Old English for songbird. It's just another beautiful name, a little bit different but not too different, and I would have absolutely loved to call her more Wren, but it was a name that Aid wasn't keen on. But who knows, maybe I could persuade him in the future if we were to ever have another little baby and call her Wren. And then for baby boy, we have the name Harbour. So Harbour sounds a lot like Harlow and Harper. I'm obviously drawn to the H names. They're all very similar, but I just think that's a really nice name for a little boy. I don't think I could ever call my son Harbour just because I do think it is too similar to Harlow and Harper. It would be too much in this family, but it is a lovely name for a boy. Next up for a girl, I have the name Dove. So this name is truly beautiful. I think at the moment this would be my top contender for my next baby girl's name. I came across this name actually watching Disney Descendants, and the main character is played by a girl called Dove Cameron, and it was the first time I'd ever heard of the name Dove and just fell in love with it instantly. So Dove is obviously after the bird, and doves are pure and white and elegant, and I think that that just all connotates in the name Dove. So I think it would just be perfect to name your baby Dove, a little angel baby. So on to my last baby boy name. I didn't have very many baby boy names because I find baby boy names hard, like I've already explained, and I've never had to look for them myself. And as you can tell, I like names that you haven't really heard of before and aren't that common. And my last baby boy name is exactly the same, and it is the name Rue. So Rue is another rare name. It's quite uncommon. I haven't heard or seen many baby Rues around, and that is a reason why I love it. Again, just another simple baby name, but very effective because I think it would stand out because it is uncommon. Rue is the meaning of red in French, but that doesn't really have anything to do with why I like the name. I just like the name because I like the sound of it. I just think it would be adorable for a little boy. So the next girl's name up is the name Juniper. So absolutely loved this name for a baby girl, and I really wanted it for Amora, but Aid was not keen on this name, so we couldn't agree on it, and it was a no from Aid. But I think it is a gorgeous name. I love the way Juniper rolls off the tongue, and I think it would be really sweet for a baby girl. And then we are on to my last baby name, and the jury will definitely be out on this name. I'm not actually sure if anyone will like it, but I love it, and it is the name Cherry. I think Cherry is such a sweet name for a little girl. I bet many people are looking at the computer screen right now and thinking, Cherry, what? But hear me out, I was the same. There was a little girl who came to Lexi's school who was called Cherry, and I was the same. I was like, Cherry, what a crazy name. You know, who would call their child after a piece of fruit? But the more I heard it, the more I just grew to love it. And now I actually think Cherry would be the sweetest name for a little girl. I mean, Cherry Chantry, that might be a little bit too much for us in our family, but I really think that name is sweet. So what do you think of that name? Are you a lover or are you a hater? I'm sure a lot of people would not agree with me on the name, but honestly, it is a grower. If you say it enough times, you might start to quite like that name. So there we have it. That is my list of unusual and unique baby names. So I love all of these names. Like I said, they are names that I would actually call my child myself. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that you have liked some of these baby names, and I shall see you all in a video again soon.